Ladies and gentlemen of the West Coast POPcast, thank you for being patient. Sorry about the delay. This is episode 63. We've got the main man, Zach, back in the house. The show is back on track. So, Zach, how are you doing this week, man?
I'm doing aces. It's great to be back. It was great to watch Monday Night Raw on a plane ride. Boy, was that excellent. Nice and cramped watching that shit. But I'm glad to be back here with you guys.
Very nice. And Knock, how about you, man? How you doing?
The final boss is champion once again. If you checked out our stream last week, you saw that I took home the gold in another clean sweep. It's been a good week for the channel. We're trying to reach 500, so please help us get there. But shout out to everyone's support, man. Appreciate it.
Too true. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the subscribes this week. We took it easy this week. It was pretty chill, but you guys, we still got some new subscriptions. So real quick, thank you to the Money Man TM, It's My House Podcast, Tyreek McFall, Madison Meme Garden, Waylon Myers, Chuck D, and Solid Phantom V. Get your name on the stream, subscribe, and you will get to be on the live stream at the bottom. Nice. But we've got a bunch of games, we got a bunch of segments planned out. It should be a fun episode. A little bit of the traditional course. Let's go ahead and head over to Monday Night Raw for our recap. Zach, how was it?
Again, man, just watching that in a cramped plane was the highlight of my year. Let's just breeze through it. Money in the Bank qualifying matches. We've got a bonus Hell in a Cell with Bob and Xavier Woods here. Actually a good match. And now we're getting Kofi versus Bob at Money in the Bank. My biggest gripe of the show would be, why are you having both the women's qualifying matches be tag matches and none of the men's? That was just very weird. You could have switched some of those around, but yeah.
Very nice. I really like the participants they have so far. So far, Matt Riddle, Ricochet, and Morrison. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Morrison. It's everybody you'd want. Like, it's who have you been asking for? So It gives me hope they're gonna do this right this year. Shout out to Ava Marie and Dewdrop. So me and my girlfriend were watching Ray and the Last Dragon. They stole that name from a Disney Channel movie. Come on now. Who's watching Disney Plus over there just ripping a name? Like,
actually, it's Disney Plus, not Disney Channel.
Don't get me started, Zach.
Oh man. Yeah, I wish the best for Piper. I hope she gets through this. No overweight storylines. No, she's better than that. Just use her. She's a great wrestler.
Yeah. I actually thought it was a really good Monday Night Raw, compared to Monday Night Raw standards. I did watch it this week. You did force Zach to. I actually watched. The tag matches, they could have switched it up. They could have had the men do some tag matches too. Like, I don't see the point of that. But Eric, your opinion, man. We have a new superhero in town, Nikki Cross. What's it looking like for you?
Ooh,
she didn't get the Hurricane Helms approval. He gave her the rub.
You know what? Because of that exchange, I'm gonna give it a chance because it sounds like she is on board with it. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope
she created it.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
It was her idea.
Yeah. So I'm down with that.
Her thing.
I've never seen her do it before, but go for it. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and Shayna and Alexa, they all just had tweets this week saying that they are loving what they're doing, they're having fun, and anybody who has comments or hate about it can basically go fuck off.
Oh man. Well, are you still on board with Alexa Knock? You still?
Okay, so I know she's it's not really working out. I am, because I know she's gonna put a lot of work into it. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Even still, they just gotta figure this out, man. They're really losing us.
Too true. All right. Anything else from Monday Night Raw?
More shitty Sonic commercials.
It looks like Manny Rose and Dana Brooke gonna have their tag title opportunities. Shout out to, first of all, why don't we have a qualifying match? Jesus, for my boy Cedric Alexander, Jinder Mahal, Jeff Hardy, and all them. But you're doing another second chance for people who already had their opportunity. That's more interesting. But it was a better Raw show.
I think that. I think this happened 2 weeks ago, but we didn't actually do the week recap last week. I just had to give a quick shout out to Omos. Seeing him with those ladies on stage with AJ. I just saw a clip of that. Him getting distracted. I really like Omos. When he loses himself in his character, he's hilarious.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
He looks like a big kid. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's switch over to NXT. Knock, did you catch any NXT?
Yeah, I caught NXT, man. Again, NXT kills it, man. Shout out to my boy Carmelo Hayes with his ruthless aggression. Keep that energy. He slapped the shit out of Adam Cole. Had a great banger of a match. I don't think I've seen him on NXT yet, so this might have been his debut. So shout out to him.
He had another spot.
He had another match. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a big moment for him. I don't know if he'll have the same impact Cena did, but he's good in the ring, so we'll see.
19 years ago today.
Wow. Yeah. Damn.
And 10 years ago was the pipe bomb.
Yeah. Time is flying, man. I gotta tell you.
It is.
Zoe Stark and Io Shirai were flying also on Robert Stone brand. That was a pretty good match. LA Knight gave a great poolside promo. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, we've talked about Frankie Monet. She's bigger than life, man. She's gonna be a huge star. So I really enjoyed her match. But yeah, shout out to NXT for putting on a great banger.
Very nice. Anything stick out with you, Zach?
Yeah, pretty much everything he covered was good. I do like that they advertised next week Cameron Grimes is going to be in action. So if someone's not on TV, I like that you're still acknowledging them. I like that. It's not in between. It's on the screen during the match. I like that. And I think the other thing was basically the Diamond Mine showing up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you guys think about that?
I'm glad Bivens is getting an opportunity, and I'm glad he's a part of this because I love Roderick Strong. He's going to be a great leader, but I don't know if he could carry it on the mic. I just haven't seen that yet from him.
Right.
The other two guys, I don't know about. So this would be good spotlights for him to shine, and they could do a lot with this if they, just step up to the occasion. So we'll see. But I'm glad Roderick has his own group.
Yeah.
Yeah. His girl was supposed to be a part of it before she got let go.
Really?
I actually would have really, really liked that, and it would have made more sense.
Okay, that's kind of dumb. I'm upset about that because that would have been cool.
It's gonna be tough with Russ because he has been doing more of I don't want to say comedy stuff backstage, but he's kind of been looking like kind of not a doofus because he has been doing good matches and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but he hasn't been seen strong during the backstage segments. So we'll see how they repackage him and make him look stronger with this group.
Okay.
I get that. Yeah. Props to them. I forgot Roderick Strong was even was around. I thought for a while that he was kayfabe gone. So good on them for keeping that little secret.
And there's a promo. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on it, or if anybody in the chat wants to throw their 2 cents in on what it is. The Charger promo. It went from 41% up to 51%. It's leading up to something. If anybody has any thoughts on what it is, I'd like to know.
Yeah, I have no idea about that. Honestly, I have no guesses.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I think that's
But
just
I gotta give it
Vince in the truck trying to connect his phone.
Plugging in the
Oh,
wrong
man.
wire.
Yeah.
Could be. But shout out to Kushida and freaking Kyle O'Reilly. That might be match of the week for me.
Oh yeah,
It's up there.
true. Oh man, good on them. All right, let's head over to SmackDown before we get to AEW this week because they were on a Saturday. I'm gonna go ahead and say we had Jimmy trying to prove himself. I really like his acting. I dig it. I remember before I was wondering who was the better actor, him or Jay. I think it's Jimmy. We had Shinsuke and Boogs rocking out for a segment, just literally rocking.
Got the boo part right.
What a weird segment. You're Shinsuke Nakamura, you're a wrestling legend, and you're told all you're gonna do is go out there and dance. That's, I don't know. I guess he's getting paid for it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else we have? We had Liv Morgan going over Carmella. Carmella is money. She automatically qualifies for the Money in the Bank match. And we had Jimmy versus Dolph. I feel like I'm missing something, but Jimmy and Dolph was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Big E and Apollo. That's the only other thing that was on there.
That's right.
Yeah, and Big E qualifying for the men's. I think he's the best shot taken. I hope he does.
I
think he could win it and cash in on Lashley after the draft.
I was thinking that too with all the storylines of New Day. That'd be a nice little twist.
Yeah, that's how I'd book it. Just let them take it off Lashley, let them feud. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Keep Lashley strong. My thing with Liv Morgan in this storyline, she's the only one with a storyline going to Money in the Bank. Like everyone had like the tag match, or Carmella got granted this. I feel like Liv might actually get the Money in the Bank because of this. They're trying to like keep her away from it, and put her down. I think she might have this big ascending moment because she's not technically in it right now, even though she beat Carmella.
Right.
She was on the. Maybe someone just photoshopped it, but I saw a picture of her in the promo for it.
It
was on social media, so someone might have been like, "I hope this happens." So don't take my word.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Unless they just added her, like I was up till like 5 a.m. getting ready for this show, and she hasn't been added to it, like from what I saw.
Damn.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure she will. Man, she must be like Liv has always been my favorite member of the Riot Squad, just because of the crazy bump she takes. But she must be like on a very thin thread if Ruby was released. So I hope something works out for her.
I think in Vince's eyes, she might have more of a star power, and she's getting the in-ring ability. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't think Vince liked Ruby. Like she was a perfect wrestler in my eyes. We never got to really see her full potential.
For sure.
Yeah.
And from what people say, like she was great backstage. Like she was just such a kind person,
Definitely. At least she got the new ring name. You guys see what it was?
Zach
I was gonna have it
posted.
for news and rumors, but yeah, we can just hit it right now. Ruby Soho, a song from Rancid, one of my all-time favorite bands.
Yeah.
Lars Fredrickson of the band hit her up and said, "Why don't you use Ruby Soho?" And she was just kind of like, saying that maybe she couldn't use it. He said, "I can make it happen within 10 minutes." And pow, her new name is Ruby Soho. One of my favorite Rancid songs, probably their biggest hit. I am to the moon about this news.
that is so dope. Like, if all the bad things that have happened, like that guy was so clutch. She seemed like, I don't know if you posted this, her actual post. Like she was over the moon about it. Like that was such a good moment.
It was.
Yeah.
And those guys are great band, great everything. Love Rancid. Check them out.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a great moment. I'm happy for her. Anything else from? Hold
on. Former Le Champion. On this day, we will not forget about the Rated R Superstar Edge. Come on now, man. 9 people watching. Hit that like button because Edge's return. Let us know what you think.
That was a damn good return. I can't hate on that. That was a nice surprise.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let me throw this camera on.
I can't reach that high
back
enough you
cooking.
Man.
Bam, cooking and doing a podcast. Here I am.
Oh, there he is.
I hope I didn't throw off your boxes, man.
Oh no, perfectly fine.
All right, cool.
And you're right, Eric. Your Liv is not added on WWE.com. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sure she will be, but
I think so. It'll be one of those things where they do her last minute, build up a little story, and I think she might have a chance of winning. If she doesn't win, it'll be because of Carmella, and Carmella will help someone else win.
Yeah, and the other thing that I was thinking too for that, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking this too. Naomi wins, she cashes in, grabs a belt, and then at SummerSlam, Roman's bloodline is complete.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many potential possibilities here. I saw another one where like either Jimmy or Jay would enter and win the Money in the Bank, and you kind of hang around Roman and kind of because he's been cashed in on like twice now, or like he's had issues with Money in the Bank.
Right.
So like he's been cashing on twice now, and they just have like that tease that and like mess with him a little bit.
That'd be fun.
That would be. Oh man. Yeah, so many possibilities. I dig it. All right. Let's go ahead. Head over to Saturday Night Dynamite.
Yes, sir.
We have to start the show. Actually, I don't remember the order of events, so I'm gonna go back and forth. We have the Young Bucks promo, which I know Zach actually said this was a decent one for him. It gets a plus.
Okay.
Check. I actually like that. We have ourselves MJF attacking Jericho and Hager in the ring with Spears and Wardlow. But in my opinion, the better segment between that feud, FTR, Conan, and Tully Blanchard. I love that segment. That was amazing. Yeah. That was just great. What do you think about it, Doc?
That boy Conan don't pull no punches, man. He was saying all the stuff, man. Coming at Tessa saying he's about to have some Hispanic grandkids and whatnot. You better learn some Spanish. Like, and there was some point I thought he was gonna just cross the line and say the wrong thing because he was saying everything, but it was great. And he had me so engaged Tully played it as perfect as you can. You know, the way he was reacting like subtly. Then at the end where he had that switch where FTR comes out, like I knew FTR was going to be dressed up as Proud and Powerful, but the way they played it out, it worked for me, and it gave Conan a shine. You made Tully look like the boss. You know, it was cool to me.
Yeah, I liked it. How about you, Zach?
I agree. That was segment of the week for me. Conan just, man, is that good. You guys really like Max Caster's raps that I'm not really thrilled about because this is what I want Max Caster to be like. This is hard hitting. That's the real deal. Conan been in the business for how long? You don't fuck with Conan.
Yeah,
too true.
You don't, man. Oh man.
And this segment was so good that I forgot about the Jericho and all the other stuff. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I don't need Jericho, Orange Cassidy on my TV for the next 5 months. I'm ready for a break from them. They've exhausted me on them. And the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is FTR and Proud and Powerful.
Okay. I am too, because they're going to kill it. And we've seen like glimpses of how good Proud and Powerful is on AEW. But if you've seen them in TNA or seen that match they had with the best friends, like they know what they're doing. They're going to be so good.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm not tired of Orange Cassidy yet. I think with the crowds coming back, he's going to go back to that level we would like to see him at. Jericho. So here's my issue with Jericho, and I've seen it in the Wardlow segment. Wardlow's this big, giant man, and it goes back to what Eric said too about knowing how you're a big man and playing up to that big man. Why is Jericho knocking him down with one punch, just taking hits from him, and like you gotta Jericho? I know you're technically a heavyweight now, but you're not on Wardlow's size level. Only Hager should be able to knock him down once or something like that.
I bullshit you not. He's done that every week for ever since I want to say the week before Blood and Guts. He always goes after Wardlow, and he always makes him his bitch. It's I don't know why he goes after him.
It.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
That's just my one little thing with him. Like obviously, Jericho, wrestling legend, but that was just my one little thing. Like it bugs me seeing this is Wardlow. This is the big guy, the big gun. At least two people have to take him out.
Right?
Yeah, that bothered me, and just the fact that Inner Circle is not a face. This is so stupid. Why are they putting them over as faces? They just did all this heel stuff for years, and now all of a sudden they're like the best good guys ever. And this is stupid. Just make two heel factions.
Man. Right. Yeah.
But I like the Sammy rub that he's getting though.
Sammy's looking good right now.
Yeah, he's looking real good.
Cool. Yeah. Probably the second biggest baby face this episode. We'll get to the biggest one in a second. We have Cody and QT for a strap match. What is it? Not next week, right? It's the Miami show.
It's the week after.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a quick, short turnaround to the next Dynamite on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got Road Rager's strap match. There's another big match they just did. Oh, the coffin match with Ethan Page and Darby.
That's right. I'm actually looking forward to that.
I think so.
Yeah. I think they'll put something out. I think Sting will be there to help him, or is it just?
Sting will be there.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure also they've had great matches on the Indies, Ethan Page and Darby. So like they're used to working with each other, and they might have done a match like this. So we'll see how this plays out.
Okay.
Nice. So my question: so does Scorpio get Sting 1-on-1 now, like at some point, or is he just there? Is he just a bystander?
I want everyone to just move on from this. Look,
They're
not
kinda
watching
winning me
wrestling
over.
last week. There's some stuff when I watch Raw and AEW, and I'm just like, you're still doing this? Like, no one moved on. This is one of them for me.
Yeah.
I get that, but like the whole Man of the Year thing, and like I feel like they're best friends outside of this. They're trying to work this out, and they're winning me over slowly.
I have to agree. They're winning me over. I'm not going to be cheering for them yet, but they're winning me over with the chemistry. What else we've got? Let's just go to the main event, unless you guys think of anything else.
There was something.
Hobbs is looking
Hobbs
good.
and Hangman.
Oh yeah.
Hobbs.
Oh man,
He's gonna be a star for them soon, man.
he is. That was a great match. I really like that.
His facial expressions are so good now compared to when he started.
Yeah.
Scary good. He looks like a real heel.
Yeah.
Just three quick things, like the backstage promo to the women. Like I wasn't on board with the Mark Sterling and Jade Cargill thing, but that promo they did was fucking kind of cool. It was funny. There's some good stuff there. And so Mark Sterling is actually adding to Jade Cargill's character here, so I like that. Britt Baker giving a nice promo backstage. Talk about if I had a favor from Tony Khan, I wouldn't spend it on a match. I'd get a yacht or a boat or whatever, all this type of stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then Dante Martin, man, doing he did one of the greatest sunset flip roll-ups with a sunset in the background. Like, come on, man. He's gonna be a star. He's gonna be a star.
He is.
That was awesome. That match was great. I'm glad that kid he got a nice match on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Is his brother injured or is he just?
Yeah, his brother's hurt. I don't know the timeline on him, but he's hurt.
That's a shame.
Okay.
Hopefully when he comes back, he can catch up. Because they're both talented.
They both are, and young, so.
Yeah. Good on them. All right. Main event time. We've got Jungle Boy, Kenny Omega. I really liked it. I liked Jungle Boy's family in attendance. He took some hits, took some V triggers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Was this his, how do I put this? Not breakout, because we know Jungle Boy is, like, great, but is this, like, his push to the next level?
I think it's his tease. We talked about this enough on the show where I said it'd be within the first 5 years of the company, then you put the strap on him or put him in that main event. I think this is like the halfway point tease almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I still don't see him getting a TNT belt or the tag belts.
Yeah. He came out and said something earlier this week that his promos are his weak point. So he really is trying to work on those. And I think once he hits that, I think then everything's going to get full gear. He may drop Luchasaurus and Marco. Marco, tone it down when this man is having a moment with his entrance. Yeah. Stay in the background where you belong during this.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
But yeah, I think in another year and a half or so, Jungle Boy is going to be up there with the at least the TNT Championship, if not higher.
Okay. Do you want him to get the tag belts before they go their separate ways?
No, I'm fine with it.
Mm.
I just see Jungle Boy being built towards a bigger thing.
Yeah. They've kind of dropped the ball, Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
He's just kind of there now.
I also wouldn't hate if they got the 6-man at some point just because they've been.
I was thinking that too.
I'll take that.
But
I'll take that.
But real quick,
they just got to debut those belts soon.
They do. They really need to before Pac has to go back to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick, quick shout out to Spy Piper. Thank you for subscribing literally a minute ago.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Three more people.
Man, that'd be sweet if we hit 500 before this episode ends.
Yeah, come on, let us do it, man.
Oh, man.
Let us do it.
Get your
I'm
friends.
gonna pop some $2 wine if we do that.
Actually, I need to tweet out the stream real quick. Let's get that going.
Oh man, but all right. I believe that's Dynamite. Sorry for the recaps going a little slow. It's just, you know what, we're getting back in the flow. Last 2 weeks have been pretty chill. Zach, have you got anything from NXT UK?
No, honestly, man, just because it's on Peacock, I just forget about everything that's on the network.
Right. I meant to look up a recap. I completely forgot. So this week we're skipping NXT UK. How about Ring of Honor?
Ring of Honor was a good one. Matt Taven and Dutch had a good match. Shout out to Matt Taven. Thank you for checking us out. Also, the big main event here, Eli, Flamita, Brian Johnson, Chris Dickerson, Rhett Titus, and the winner, Bandito, all fought each other. The winner, Bandito, will now face Roosh for the ROH World title on July 11th at Best in the World.
I'm definitely going to watch that. I love Bandito. And I'm actually excited to see him fight Roosh. I'm down for that.
Yep.
Bandito is amazing.
Yeah, he is. Also, during the Vita Von Star, during the Matt Taven and Dutch match, she is now out of the women's tournament. Maria Kanellis kicked her out for actions against Matt Taven. And I really wish, I know, again, they're doing this on YouTube and they have their things set up and it is a thing, but man, they really need some more women on ROH. Yeah, they just needed to just kind of like a third match or something just to kind of freshen up the hour.
Yeah. Hopefully going forward they do that. Yeah, they will.
Yeah,
they're working on it. That'll be.
Yeah, I think after the tournament they got their sights set.
Nice. Alrighty. Let's see. Any other shows? You anything from New Japan Knock?
This coming up week, they have the New Japan Strong in the LA Coliseum. Fans will be there. Moxie's in the card, I believe. It's going to be a huge card. Check it out. I'm definitely going to watch that. I can't wait. I think my boy Alex Coughlin's in the card. Fred Roast is probably there. So it's going to be a big one, man.
Nice. Alrighty. Oh, that's the recap. Let's hit that news and rumors real quick. You guys got any news and/or rumors to spread?
Knock, you got any?
What did I see this week? This is real quick. Kurt Stallion, when he got released, he was like, the price just went up, my rate just went up.
Oh,
I thought that was kind of funny, but he's gonna be. People are saying this guy's gonna be a star in the Indies when he goes back there. So we're gonna see, man. He might take over. But yeah, besides the major releases, I didn't see too much.
One thing I'll add about him is the one time I saw him was like the 2 weeks I randomly watched 205 Live, and like it was like a fail 5-way, and he won. I still think he ever got his cruiserweight championship match that he was entitled to.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it.
Oh my God.
Someone let us know if he got that match, because that is crazy.
Yeah, because I don't think he ever got an NXT.
Yeah,
So that's
I never saw it.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think I have any news this week. It's been pretty. Besides the releases, obviously, it's been pretty slow.
Yeah, I just got like 3 little stupid things. I think they're pretty much saving Jeff for main roster stuff when crowds come back, because he said that's when they're going to start using his new music when the crowds come back.
Okay.
Batista says, "Nah, I'm good in doing a movie with John Cena or The Rock. Good on you, Batista. Keep doing great character work." That's what I like about you.
Yep.
And Vinnie Mac attended Dave Chappelle and Friends comedy show last night.
No
There's
way.
a picture with him and Donnell Rawlings on Instagram if you want to check that out. I'm surprised he went, but good on you, Vinny.
That's crazy.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I hope Chappelle, taught him how to be a good person. All right, good on them. Well, looks like that's all the news and rumors. Let's go ahead and jump into some games. Or actually, Knock, you have an MVP segment for us, don't you?
Yeah, real quick. We used to do this in the beginning of the podcast days. We did the MVP of the week. I think I want to bring the segment back for MVP of the month. So going forward, we're gonna each have a segment at the end. Who was our MVP? We're going to give a quick rundown of them. But since we haven't done it up to this point, I think we can incorporate at least till Mania, from that point till here, who has been the MVP in your eyes. For me, I mean, there's big guys like Roman, but I'm going to go Bianca Belair as my MVP going forward here. Big Mania win, the Royal Rumble, of course, and then right now Hell in a Cell. So she's the MVP going forward. The promos need to work, but as far as star power and what she's been doing for at least keeping the women's division relevant on both sides of the main roster, in my opinion, what she's been doing Bayley in that storyline, I give my MVP to Bianca.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
And this could factor in like the indies, anyone you think, and not just the main roster or the mainstream wrestling.
Right. I mean, the obvious choice is Roman, but just for the heck of it, I'm gonna give it to MVP because he's still doing great work. He's still managing Lashley like a pro, and he deserves recognition every day.
He does. My runner-up would have been Thunder Rosa, not mainly because of what she's been. Cause she hasn't really wrestled too much like in big matches besides the Britt Baker a while ago. But what she's been doing on the indies for a lot of women's wrestling. Her MPW show, she's been putting a spotlight on a lot of these women. So shout out to Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with tie. I'm gonna say Britt Baker because even when she was injured, she was still sometimes the star of Dynamite.
She was.
And another person that just kind of like steals it whenever he's on, Cameron Grimes. So those two have just been consistent ever since then. You've been entertaining, and that's what I look for. So
that's a good point.
Yeah,
I like those. What were you about to say real quick about Eric?
I'll say Mickie James also doing great things for it.
Yeah, shout out to Mickie James, man. I can't wait to see that show she puts on.
Yeah. There's also Karrion Kross. Pretty much though. NXT's got a lot of MVPs.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And give Scarlett her credit because she's seeing Karrion Kross come out without her for his entrance made him look a lot different.
Yeah.
Well, we may be seeing more of that.
Yeah, I'm worried about that because
Scarlett and Shotzi had
qualified matches.
The
Ember
qualified matches. Yeah.
The dark matches.
Matches.
The one they had Ember versus Shotzi in one of those matches. They had them against each other.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about they're gonna be fine separately. They'll survive. But the fact that they're separating them is a sign that they do not know their characters, so they don't know them.
They don't, and I don't get the point of that. If you build them up to have this act, you try to NXT is to mold an act to get them to be ready for main roster. So what is the point of molding them to split them?
Exactly.
Right.
Like, there was one other thing I saw, like, because NXT, you had Nikki Cross with Sanity, you had Carmella who's with Enzo and Cass, and you had who's the other group? Alexa with her tag team. And all the guys are gone, the women are left standing. I just thought that kind of funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
And then there's that ladder match for the first NXT championship.
The ladder match.
That Ricochet and Adam Cole are the last two, and
Yeah.
Ricochet better do some convincing.
He's holding on.
Oh yeah. All right, those are our MVPs. Let us know in the chat or in the comments if you have your MVP. Let us know.
Yes, sir. And the
Let's...
stream has been tweeted out, so shout out to anyone there who's going to join. But hopefully we get some people.
Very nice.
Yes.
All righty. Let's go to the first game I've got prepared for us here. It's called One or the Other. It's basically Knox One's Gotta Go, but with a cool graphic. So.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I made one for you too. But
Oh, damn. That is kind of cool.
You actually didn't do One's Gotta Go this episode. I made one for you, but you didn't do it.
I'll bring it back next week.
So basically, I'm going to offer you guys two choices. Which one do you want to see more? We only pick one or the other. Would you rather see John Cena defeats R-Truth at Capital Punishment 2011?
Ooh.
Or would you rather have John Cena defeats the Nexus at SummerSlam? Which is the lesser of two evils?
I love R-Truth so much. I know it's a big storyline thing for the Nexus, but I'd rather watch John Cena beat the Nexus. I got so pissed when he beat R-Truth. Like I was pretty irate.
Yeah. So if John Cena loses the Nexus at SummerSlam, would that save them in the long run, or you have that 50-50 booking, and then the Nexus just turn into what they were even after that? I think R-Truth would be the bigger moment. Finally getting the WWE title, man, that would have been huge if he could have got that belt. So I'm gonna go with R-Truth.
Agreed. Yeah, Truth should have won that. That was robbery. He absolutely.
He was doing the best heel work, man. That little Jimmy stuff was hilarious.
It was.
Look at who is on the top of this burial list again. Trash bag Cena.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Choice number two, or question number two. We could have Roman returning as the tribal chief, or Finn Balor returning as the prince. One of them's got to go. Which one would you rather? Which one do you like more?
Oh man. I guess I'll take Roman just because I love Finn and I think he had better matches than Roman, but like Roman is really carrying a whole show, whereas Finn on NXT, there's a lot of other people that can help carry that show. But man, that's a tough one, but Roman.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm gonna go try because he has a bigger impact right now, but we haven't got to see Finn Balor in the main roster of Prince.
We haven't. I'll go with Finn. Just because, personally, I'm a bigger Finn mark than Roman, but I completely,
Okay.
I get it. Like Roman is carrying the whole show, so
That is true, but also, who's had the better matches? Roman hasn't been messed with that. Finn put it on bank.
Did you go out for a jog?
Your mic is cutting out. Real quick, let's see. Question number 3. You can have one or the other. Sting versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. Or John Cena versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
Oh, you're killing me, man.
You can only have one.
You're killing me.
Fuck Cena. I'll take Sting and Taker.
Because this is obviously Kurt Angle's retirement here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Only have one.
I'll go Sting and Taker because, yeah, I'll go Sting and Taker. You should have did that. Why waste that?
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, Sting versus Taker. That was the year to do it. That was like probably the last, maybe besides Roman, I think, where Taker could actually go and put on a match.
Yeah, 'cause as much as I love Cena and Kurt having that closure for Kurt Angle, that's a great moment. But I think Sting versus Taker just transcend. That's a huge moment, bringing people back in the days. whatever.
Too true. All right. Next one. You can only have one tag team: the Young Bucks or the Usos. One of these tag teams would cease to exist, depending which road you travel.
Young Bucks can't do a rap battle. I got the Usos.
I would hate to see them do that.
Oh man.
Can the Usos do a BTE type show then?
A 5-year-old could do a BTE
show. So the Young Bucks still exist. Does AEW still exist?
That's a good point too. I don't know.
Does all
BTE is responsible for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because like Orton was tweeting mainly at the Bucks about selling out arenas, and then that's a good point.
I think I have to go to the Bucks just because their impact, transcends one company. It's huge for everybody, but the Indies. Which is a great thing.
I'll go with the Bucks. It would hurt. It would absolutely hurt because man, the Usos are amazing.
They're amazing.
They are a true tag team.
Yep.
All right. Funny enough, though, that you mentioned BTE knock because here's the next one.
Oh.
BTE or up, up, down, down.
Up, up, down, down, all fucking day.
Okay. BTE, like those first few years, I'd say up until honestly, maybe until AEW started. After that, kind of went downhill since then. But that was must watch for several weeks. It helped SU get over, helped Flip Gordon, Hangman, all these crazy people get over. I don't know if up, up, down, down helped people get over. I mean, it helped me see people like Becky Lynch, Rusev, help me see them like who they really are, and it's cool. But I don't know if
it helps people like working for a shit company.
That's true.
I could watch Up Up Down Down still. I could still go back and watch Up Up Down Down videos because I love video games. So they have the edge for that.
I'm torn because you're like, if it wasn't for BTE, I would not know how cool the Elite were. Like Marty was awesome, Hangman.
Marty.
SCU, but nowadays, if I put on a random Up Up Down Down video, I could watch it start to finish.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go Up Up Down Down just for today. Like if it was years ago, BTE, but today Up Up Down Down.
BTE was great. I don't think it's like BTE doesn't suck nowadays. It's just
no.
There's still good segments. Like Dark Order segments are amazing. Some other segments. It's not much to watch. Yeah. Even Sammy Guevara's blog is kind of get bigger than a BTE.
I think it's also they also kind of make jokes for themselves. Like yeah. All right. Next up, penultimate round. Undisputed Era fulfill the undisputed prophecy and win every championship, or Evolution holds every title on Raw.
Undisputed Era for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Nothing against Evolution, but Undisputed Era. That was crazy.
All right. I dig that. Well, let's go straight into the next one then. Undisputed Era win every championship on NXT, or the Four Horsemen hold every major title in NWA.
Oh man. What's up here, Percy Carter? You want to try answering this one? This one's a tough one. I'm gonna say the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
It helped solidify them like so early on for a faction to do this. It kind of set the standard.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Undisputed Era. Because I don't know. That was really everything was a banger.
True.
Well, with the Four Horsemen, would they still have been? They wouldn't have been as big, right? Do you think they didn't get all the belts?
Would they have been? I mean,
not until Steve Mongo McMichael joined them.
I don't know. I'm gonna say the Four Horsemen because when it happened for Undisputed Era, that was awesome. That was damn great.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna happen because I didn't think Roderick Strong was gonna get the championship. Like I was mentally prepared for him to not fulfill the prophecy.
like I don't remember his run. Like Fish and O'Reilly had banger tag team matches. Adam Cole,
Yeah.
but I don't remember besides the Triple Threat Survivor Series. So I'm pretty sure Roderick Strong won that match with Styles. Who was it? Was it Styles and Nakamura? Or
Yeah.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure he won that. That was the only banger he had, but I don't remember anything else from his run.
Right.
I think the thing with his run was the whole thing. Like, I didn't think he was going to get it, and I thought he was going to get kicked out. But then I thought he'd be the first to lose his belt, and then he'd
Yeah.
get kicked out. It was always that thing that he was going to be the one getting kicked out in my mind.
Yeah.
And I think he was the first one to lose too.
He was. It was a very short reign, and like they kind of telegraphed it pretty quick that he was going to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to go with that. I'm still gonna go with that, but it's hard to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that. Alrighty. Well, that's all. That's it for one or the other. Let's go ahead.
Oh, that was a cool segment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments which would you rather see. Air Percy Carter saying that 4 Horsemen, that's the route he would go, that's the road he would travel, and I dig that. Alrighty, Zach, did you have a segment for us? My schedule.
Yeah, so if you are new, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Help us get to 500. But if you are new, these two gentlemen right here are independent wrestlers in training. They know the ins and the outs of the ring. That's why they bring so much to this show. So I would like to know your dream matches. So the Forbidden Door is what it is. It's not a real thing, but it is, I guess. So if you could go any company, if you could go this way, that way, whatever. Like we thought EC3 was going to go before he signed with ROH. Maybe Daniel Bryan will be this version of it and go to New Japan and AEW. If you could be that free agent right now on the rosters, any company, you two as tag teams or as singles, give me some dream matches of yours.
Ooh. Usos is number 1 for a tag team.
This is huge. There's one big one that you guys might not think I would have said, but the Colombians, because they've been claiming they represent the Caribbean for so long now. It's all about the people in Puerto Rico, but there's other islands over there in the Caribbean. Okay, so I think me and Eric could go in there and make a statement and put the representation on where we're from in the Caribbean. That'd be kind of cool. I would love to work something like that.
That'd actually be very cool. I like that a lot. That's really cool.
I really think like one day, make a big one. I would love to see a pair of them in the Caribbean. I think that'd be such a banger. It'd be so different. And there's some good stadiums down there. Like St. Thomas, they have a nice stadium down there. I think look out.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a hell of a location.
Yeah,
definitely. I would give AEW all the props in the world if they collabed with the Cologne family to do a show there.
Yeah. The World Wrestling Council they have down there.
Yeah. Still that
doesn't get enough spotlight. They've had some world champs down there. Man.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. I really like that one.
Yeah.
Eric's
the Usos, that'd be a big one.
New Day, obviously.
Yeah. So really not Usos and New Day. Really not tell a story, man.
Yeah.
It's so well done what they do.
And just the promos leading up to that match would be
Yeah.
so fun.
I'd love to get to a rap battle with them.
Oh man. I actually wouldn't mind getting into a match with Darby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if I can tell a story about trying to match his craziness but not being able to.
Yeah.
Just make fun of him for being pouty all the time. Like, you make a shit ton of money. Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh man. What else is there?
Knock any single runs for you?
Any singles? I mean, off the top of the head, my boy AJ Styles. I would love to have a match with that guy, but that'd be like number 1. I think for me, he's like people saying they'd love to have a match with Brett or Sean back in there. AJ Styles is number 1.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio, a guy who got me into watching wrestling. Rey Mysterio was really good with him. He's innovative in the ring. I've never seen someone come with some different combinations to slide out of the ring and do stuff. I've never seen that before. And he's the greatest luchador ever. So that'd be a cool match.
I think that.
There's certain people like I would love to have a match with that. You look at people how they have their moves. I can sell that move pretty well. I can make that look good. Like that. Adam Cole. I'm Edge. I would love to take a spear from Edge and really sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I forget who does the. No one really does the bicycle. Oh, Sheamus, he does the bicycle kick, but he actually really hits me with his bicycle kick.
Yeah,
I can sell that really well. Or it's could do like a clothesline or Okada match. There's certain moves I think. Really
um, I'll I would just call Triple H and tell him that I will take the pin. You can produce this any way you want, but I want Candice LeRae.
Oh man, I've thought about that. Like, I think I would be really good at an internet match. Like, I know how to put him over and how to do certain things. And I wouldn't mind taking a pity. I think you'd work a good storyline. Like, it was like a Candice LeRae or like a medium who's good with it. Just have him like this, like you're kind of running away from them, just beat the shit out of you and stuff. You're trying your best to get over, but they're like, and then even like with gymnastics background, I think who's done it? Bianca Belair, how she lifted Sasha Banks. Like, really put a woman over, like how they lift you over, just toss you, man. And of course, you get your offense in to balance it out. But like, that'd be a really good match.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I'll reverse it, Zach. So I guess if you could have a promo battle with anyone,
I go against Eddie Kingston and tell him to shut the fuck up. let me just say this really quick about Eddie Kingston. Let me tell you something about Eddie Kingston here for a second. I enjoyed Dynamite so much last night. So much. I had so much fun watching that. Great episode. Then I go online afterwards and I see Eddie Kingston running his mouth to the crowd about WWE. Why are you bragging about breaking up with a girl you never dated? Shut up and just like be your own thing. This is why I like ROH so much. ROH is its own thing. You guys can probably say the same about New Japan. You're watching its own thing. I don't need to see people complaining about another company. I don't need to see a company putting a woman through a table because her husband got a new job. Like, I don't need this shit. Like, I just don't. I just want to get lost in wrestling. And then, yes, I'd love to go against Eddie Kingston and just, man, I'd go ham on him. Otherwise, R-Truth.
Yeah. That's a damn good pick. Oh, man. I actually would love to have a match with R-Truth. Like, just tell him to go, because he could still wrestle. Like, even if it's,
oh yeah,
I would love to have a comedy segment with him, but also want a real match, like just to, because he does.
Man, that's what you do. You start it out comedy, and that just starts getting made to do a personal, and then it gets into a serious feud. I like that.
Yeah,
that's another thing that you bring up. You know, start it somewhere and transition to other things. You can't keep doing the same singles matches over and over. You have to evolve to something else, man. Please.
Right.
Jeez.
Too true. Real quick, we just got another subscriber.
Let's go.
The name hasn't popped up for me yet. When it will, I will let you guys know. But thank you so much for subscribing. That's what, two more.
So
we're at 98. That's put his name on the screen for sure. Oh, we kind of hinted at who's up for whoever's the 500th subscriber. We don't know exactly what we do, but it'd be kind of cool. So if you're number 500, man, you're getting a hell of a shout out.
That's
right there. That's a huge halfway to 1,000 to get that monetization.
So let's get that. 2 more subs before this episode's over. Let's get it.
You get to join the Just Us League without the hazing.
I mean, the hazing's the best part. So if you want to, feel free. All right. Yeah, there's lots of dream matches. Those are always good to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm glad WWE stopped talking about it. There was a while where they were really going crazy with those quote unquote dream matches. And it's like, John Cena's not a dream match I have.
It's mostly when they had AJ versus Cena. AJ versus got out the door. So.
Yeah. Oh man, great segment, Zach. Let's see. I believe that we're gonna toss it right back to you, Zach, because we're going to the main event. We're going to promo.
All right. So today in promo school, we are going to talk about the WWE people that were released. So it's funny that Vince has a picture with Donnell Rawlings because they did Player Haters Ball on Chappelle's show where they put a picture up of someone, P. Diddy has dolphin teeth. They gave Buck Nasty's mama a dish to drink out of. Like, it was a great segment. But we're going to turn it around. Instead of doing Player Haters Ball, we're going to say something positive about these people here as they pop up on your screen here. Just because some of these people were really surprised that they went. Some of these people were some of my favorite parts of NXT. So we're just going to bring some positivity and some shine on them. So we're going to do the same fashion. Once we say their name, they'll pop up, and then we'll just do a compliment or just something kind of fun and positive for them. So let's start with Fandango.
You know what? Props to Fandango. He has worked his ass off from FCW. Somehow managed to survive that bullshit NXT game show. Took whatever was given to him, and he just worked with it. So he's gonna survive in the Indies. He's gonna be fine. He's a hard worker.
Fandango, man. 14 years in WWE. Those hips don't lie, and neither do those skills, man. Shout out to him. Big mania win over Jericho. Even my boy AJ Styles couldn't do it. So keep going, keep rocking, hit that leg drop. You're going to go straight to the movie.
That's right. I'm going to include him and the next person, Tyler Breeze. Neither one of you should be wrestling anymore. You both should be doing comedy or movies. I saw these guys at the Comedy Store with Dolph Ziggler. Both of them killed it. I think their best work was behind the camera, and I don't think they should bust their butts anymore in the ring. I think they should get agents. I think they'd be fantastic right here in Hollywood doing action movies and comedy movies. They're that good.
Yes, sir. Prince Pretty, man. The guy of all the fashion files. Austin Creed did a nice post for him. Pretty much, and someone else mentioned in the comments, like, this guy is business savvy. So he doesn't need to wrestle again. He's going to be set. He's going to be fine. He has a whole bunch of, like, I think, property, some type of real estate thing going on down in Florida. So he's doing his thing. Yes, wrestling school, man. Love to learn from a guy like this. I know he's skilled in the ring. He knows what he's talking about. Shout out to Prince Pretty, man. And hopefully we can see him still up, down, down.
Too true. And, man, like, again, another hard worker. Someone who he knew he was on the chopping block. He got better. He's willing to learn. He's a smart dude. Props to him. I think he should have done a lot more in WWE, especially on the main roster. He nailed his gimmick. He knew who he was, and he was a damn great wrestler. If he continues to wrestle, I'll watch him wherever he goes. But if he chooses to stop, then hey, he's earned it. Just become a streamer. Become a Twitch streamer. At the very least.
All right, next up, Everrise, Chase Parker, and Matt Martell. If you guys are good at the YouTube thing, if you guys got hits, keep that up. Make your own thing. Make your own BTE, and be happy you have each other.
Yeah, man, ever rise, keep on rising. Like Zach said, man, if you're good at YouTube and do BTS, the Bucks did. They had a terrible time in TNA booking. They left, shot to the moon. Ever rise can do it, man. They've been around the block. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I was very impressed to see these guys' resume before WWE. They had some nice matches with Evil Uno and Stu Grayson back when they were Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, wow.
So they know their way around the indies. They know how to adapt, how to survive. So props to them. I'm excited to see what their future holds.
Ariya Daivari, I think you can go anywhere. You are very talented, and you shouldn't be in a company that is going to define your success by your race.
He is very underrated, man. Every time I see him on 205 Live, he just kill it. He's athletic. He knows what he's doing in the ring. I'm shocked he never got a chance at the belt, man. He had a nice heel run when he turned heel. So he can do whatever he wants and go wherever he wants. Can't see him on the Indies. How about someone, maybe MLW, maybe an Impact.
So I don't know who was writing for 205 Live, but they dropped the ball on him because right before before Kenta asked for his release, he and Ariya, they should have ran 205 Live. They had a nice storyline going. They had a nice partnership going. It worked out. Ariya was killing it on the mic. Yeah, completely undervalued in WWE. He's a star wherever he goes.
Yep. Tony Nese, you are up next. Tony Nese has abs for days. I don't think you really need to worry about wrestling. I think you are good enough to do other things. I think light acting, I think, could be okay. I thought I'd have something more positive for Tony Nese. I'm sorry.
Oh man, don't bury.
I like him. I like him.
My fellow New Yorker with the abs for days. Tony Nese, former 205 Cruiserweight Live champion, WrestleMania win. I've watched him since he was in TNA. Back in the TNA qualifying match with him, Jack Evans, and what's my boy's name? Jesse. So he's been killing it for a while, man. He's been on the Indies. He finally made it WWE. Got gold. He can go back to the Indies and kill it. He's a super athlete. We're gonna see great things.
Yeah, I mean, abs like that, you gotta have mental, physical disciplines. The dude obviously works at what he wants. If he wants to keep wrestling, he could be a huge ass star in Impact. I could see it. Maybe go to NWA. he's gonna be fine. Like Zach said, he could actually go into acting. He could take a break from wrestling if he wants to, but I keep saying this for everyone because it's true. Like they're gonna do great on the indies. The indies are gonna look amazing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very have a nice renaissance. It'll be hard for people to break him those guys coming down. But I love his pop-up kip up he does. It's so cool that he does that. I don't want to do that in my wrestling.
Definitely.
Next up, you guys just mentioned indie wrestling. These guys, I think the fact that the Bollywood Boys, since you now have big production stuff in front of you, like you know how to do big production, I think you guys are going to be great on the indies because you're going to bring that into smaller venues and make smaller independent shows seem a whole lot bigger.
Yeah, Bollywood Boys, man, I'm glad to get their name back. They're killing it, man. They have such charisma. Just watching back on TNA, GFW, Ring Ka King with Jeff Jarrett, and then WWE win with Jinder Mahal. They didn't get to wrestle much with him, but they added to that storyline so well. So shout out to Bollywood Boys. Won't see him on the indies. Real quick, hit the chat. SCW joining us. Hey guys, Davari, I can see going to Impact. Could actually see Nice in NWA. I think his gimmick would fit well over there. That's pretty nice for him, man. I think it would be nice. He's already been in TNA. He's done that already. Cool seeing him in NWA.
Definitely.
Good calls.
Yeah, Bollywood Boys. I'm actually excited that they get to explore. So there's a lot of levels to the indies. When we say indie, like indies is a very big world. So before WWE, they did a lot of wrestling in Canada, a lot of promotions that we've never heard of, and they've had experience. I 100% want to see them now in the bigger eye of the indies. I want to see them wrestle in America, maybe New Japan, who knows? But they could definitely do it now. They got star power, they got recognition. I want to see them grow.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to Marina Shafir. This one, again, she's supposed to be part of the Diamond Mine. This is such a weird thing to get rid of her when she would have fit this perfectly. Marina, I think you're going to be fine no matter where you go. You can be a trainer in any kind of profession that you want to be a trainer in. You have been on YouTube enough with people in the company. You can do something on air too. I think you are better off than sitting in catering with nothing to do with your talent.
Agreed.
We never got to see her or Jessamine. Like, obviously they've been training, so we never got to see them improve. You've seen them when they were green as could be, fresh off, and still figuring it out. And then there was time there we could have seen them improve. I mean, we kind of seen a little bit on the Raw Underground, but we never got to see them shine. She could be one of the few people that get re-signed. I could see that happening, because I don't see why she's going to throw on you, drop her like that, but you don't know. As far as where she can go, I don't really see her going to any indies or anything like that. So yeah, we'll see. And some of these people that got released have 30-day no compete or 90 days, so we'll see who pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It kind of like she was failed by WWE. They kind of rushed her and Jessamine too quickly. They clearly came in opportunistic. They were ready to work. They were ready to train. But she's gonna be just fine. She's a smart person, level-headed. I have faith she'll be okay wherever she wants to go in life.
Yeah.
We got 3 more I'll do, unless you guys want to do the other ones. But Killian Dane. Killian Dane had so much potential. Killian Dane, you have a very positive life with your wife. She's having a blast doing her thing. You can go on and do whatever you want now. Anyone's going to pick you up. You're so good, Killian Dane. This is no hair off your back. He is going to be a big man. I think he's a case of I don't know. He's a case of they dropped the ball so big on him. I thought he was going to be a huge star. I thought he could be used in any kind of gimmick, even when he had like the caveman stuff on with like Sanity to now. I don't know. He's going to be huge wherever he goes.
Did him and Nikki relocate here to America?
I believe
so.
I don't know.
Okay. I was going to say I can see him back, in the UK can be seen and killing it there, of course. But if he stayed in America, I'd love to see him in NWA. Right now, NWA they have a good roster. Who's their big monster right now that's in their prime? I don't know if they have that. I know what's his name, Brodus Clay Tyrus is there. But I don't think he's really to be that not that dominant person character right now that they have. I think Killian Dane could run roughshod over there.
Good point.
Even before he joined WWE, he was honestly on his way to becoming one of the top indie guys that we talk about. Yeah. He was the inaugural What Culture Pro Wrestling champion. He killed the Scottish independent scene. Just look at this guy's resume before WWE. Big Dane. This guy. Oh man, I think he might have the biggest impact out of everyone, and that's a very talented list of people. He's gonna kill it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing AEW pick him up because he's a huge talent.
What a brilliant segue, because next up is a guy going to AEW. It's almost finalized for sure. Aleister Black. Black, you have so much potential. AEW needs to get more into their production. They're still starting out company. We all know that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, man, the stuff that Aleister can come up with, and if you get the right production in there, it's AEW has their Undertaker.
Yeah. Looking before I get to Aleister, they are improving the production, like with Andrade. Like his pro package is amazing, but Aleister in there, they got to really step it up and get to that level. You got to be on point with everything. He's going to AEW for sure. Maybe he'll debut at their Rampage show. I don't know what time limit that would be, but that'd be pretty cool to have a nice star debut there. You had Mox debut, big for Double or Nothing, Inner Circle debut for the big Dynamite. So you got to have somebody for Rampage. Aleister Black's the star. He's going to be amazing in AEW. Just book him right. It's a little crowded there, but hopefully you have some room for him to have a nice go.
Yeah. He teased something on his Instagram, like he shot it like a short film or something. Same thing Moxley did after he left. So he's got a creative mind. I'm excited to see him in AEW. He knows his character better than anyone, which is where WWE failed so flipping hard. Like I just can't believe they dropped the ball on such a huge star. That's ridiculous.
I don't know if they'll do it, but speaking of the Moxley thing, I love seeing him cross over with Luke too. Like his style over there, he can sing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go to the last big one. Braun Strowman. I'll let one of you guys go first because I really do like Braun. I want to say positive things about him. There's just some things that he does on Twitter with his country Adam that like his country bro stuff that I wouldn't post a lot of that. But yeah, and if any of you guys want to go first.
Well, okay, so I guess first of all, he knows his worth. He knows how much he's worth.
Yeah.
If he chooses to continue wrestling and he goes to a wrestling school, because this isn't like a diss on him. There's a lot of people who just went straight to WWE. WWE wrestling and indie wrestling are two different things. You kind of have to recalibrate yourself. So if he chooses to go that route, then he's a star. Everyone's going to want to pick him up. He's going to be given the strap. He's going to be doing convention. He's going to be fine. But if he doesn't choose to do that, honestly, he can do whatever he wants. He's a big guy. He's got charisma. He's got a following on social media. He's set to do whatever he wants in life.
Mm-hmm.
I think now is when he'll probably try to cross over. Maybe he'll have one or two big appearances, but mainly I can kind of see him being that big guy in TV movies. I mean, we have like this one NBA player who's in the John Wick movies. I mean, the mounted, really with those mounted comparisons. So I could see him doing something like that.
Yeah,
I'll agree. I'll say that. Mark Henry pretty much made statements that they're pretty much going to try to pick him up when he's available in AEW. Yeah. My issue with that is AEW likes to be free, to be who you want, and we saw that turned out for Miro. So we'll see what.
Again, Miro's been on fire lately. I don't know about that.
Well, they had to switch gears on him pretty big time.
Yeah.
Just again, the way Braun is on social media, I don't want to see that on TV. I think you're right, Knock. I think he should be doing movies and stuff like that. He can be menacing. He can be a nice, fun baby face. I think acting's the way to go for him right now. I think he's young enough and he shouldn't need to do wrestling anymore, or at least for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him personally, but I don't really see him going back to strong man. Maybe like one run, because he's a big name now, but I don't see him doing that full time.
Honestly, once they do offer him an AEW contract, I could see WWE trying to pick him back up.
Yeah, I was shocked they let him go. I'm still shocked.
Yeah.
After definitely shocked because he did not deserve it. That was crazy.
He did everything they wanted to. Like
Yeah.
he was another version of Cena. Like I don't get what he did wrong.
He was paid too much.
It's the Nick Khan thing. He's paid too much. He's trying to just look at the bottom line and get us. I think he just goes down a list of people. I don't think he knows. He just goes down a list. That okay, that guy's a huge contract. Just let him go. Or this person, where is he?
Yeah.
Like it really feels that way.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it was literally just a payday. If they called him back and maybe they renegotiated, I could see him coming back. But that would be like to come back for less would be such a low blow.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
All right.
That's it. Unless you want to talk about the writer.
I actually did.
Yeah, let's mention it.
So I unfortunately don't have her picture here. But do you remember her name? I sent it in the chat, but I don't have it on me right now.
See if I can find it.
Denise Mobley, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But
I can't quote you because I can't hear you.
What was it? You said Canis Mobley. It was something Mobley.
Denise Mobley, something like that.
I think so. But real quick, for those of you who don't know, this actually, besides the releases, is the biggest thing. Was a WWE writer recently went on a podcast, the Asian Not Asian podcast, and revealed, air quotes revealed because we all knew this, that she did not have any prior wrestling experience. She had known nothing about professional wrestling, to the point where she didn't know who Bobby Lashley was, who the Hurt business was. And I mean, WWE was embarrassed enough that they released her, but I mean, honestly, we all knew that like their writers were TV comedy writers with Emmy credits. It's nothing new. It's just the fact that she went on and publicly said it. WWE released her. So I want to get your guys' thoughts because I'm torn all kinds of ways about this story.
I am too, and I've been seeing like a lot of people say different things on the internet. I have to be on Twitter nowadays, the podcast, but I hate Twitter. But that's beside the point. This is part of the reason I don't like her. So I've seen all these people like come after her and say all this crazy stuff. So I don't think she hasn't had a first day on the job yet. She literally just got hired at the and said the same, which obviously is something we all know, but it's still something crazy out there saying, laugh about. You don't know the real champion. My thing is though, they're just gonna hire another person just like this that doesn't know anything about wrestling. You come on and you got to learn about it. That's how our system is. So people like blaming her and like trying to come after her, I don't understand. Obviously, she shouldn't have said that. That's just a bad look. We all know it. In the grand scheme of things, I think only the hardcore wrestling fans are ones to get pissed off. And which is us, this community.
Right.
I'm still like I said, I'm really torn about this because they really cape her the crazy way. But there's a whole bunch of they're gonna keep doing this, keep hiring another person. Like it was crazy she lost her job. I don't want to see anyone ever lose their job, but damn.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that she lost her job. It's funny that the very thing that she was mentioning, her lack of experience with the wrestling world, is what got her fired. Because like any of us, we would know, like, don't speak about WWE like that on the public forum. But honestly, maybe it's for the best. Like, if she didn't know about the professional, like I don't know. I feel like you should know what you're getting into if you're going to work for WWE.
You should, but like there's some people that don't know that get hired and still get paychecks and whatnot. And I'm sure, like, I don't know what it was said. Actually, no, it was said. I forget what was listening to Robert Cheer's podcast. He broke down the whole like thing, and at the end, she was saying something like, "She's gonna obviously have to learn. She's gonna learn about this." So my thing was like, if she's willing to learn and like get into it, involved in it, obviously, because she just got hired, so she doesn't know too much about it yet. So I would have given her a chance, but she shouldn't have said it. This is what killed her.
Before I pass it to you, Zach, just to clarify what I actually meant, like, she should know the insanity that she was in for, not like that she should know her subject.
Yeah.
Like, because normal, well-adapted people who work for Vince, they're going to be very surprised. Like, if you don't know what you're getting into.
That's true.
But what are your thoughts on that, Zach?
Okay, part of me is like, hey, she kept going on stuff too on online. Part of me was like, just you need to stop. 'Cause I didn't know about it until you guys told me about it, and then I saw she kept going after that. We all know, like you said, these are the kind of writers that they get, so this is no like surprise. Um, uh, I'm not mad at her at all because like how many companies have you guys applied for and you got a job and you didn't know about the company? Like you didn't know the history of the company, you didn't know who the president of the company was. Like you
Right.
don't like I am totally fine with her having a job. She got a job, she was qualified, they hired her, the end. Um I want to get into something. It's kind of funny that this happened the same week. Okay. So there was a ruling on another case this past week here. Brandy Levy, at age 14, was suspended from her cheerleading squad by the Mahoney Area School District in Pennsylvania back in 2017. The sophomore sent a Snapchat to her friends on a weekend that said, fuck cheer, for her cheer squad, after she failed to make varsity. She later successfully sued the school district, saying she couldn't have been punished for speech outside school hours. The school took the case to the Supreme Court. The school took the case to the Supreme Court, where judges in an 8-1 ruling sided with Brandy, extending free speech protection among school students. The majority opinion found that the punishment violated Brandy's free speech. This could be to be continued if this person wants to pursue it. I don't know. I don't think she was like deep enough in it to really like give a shit about a lawsuit or anything like that,
Right.
going against a big company like that. But I just thought it was funny the same week that ruling passed and this happened to her. It's again, it's outside the workplace that she said this. Yeah, it made the company look kind of foolish, but you're foolish if this is how you operate.
Right.
If you're embarrassed, then fix your operating system. I don't think she should have been fired. I think she should have gotten some ribbing online. I don't think people should be going after her.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
the ribbing should be on her and also WWE. I think. I don't know. I mean, it is kind of funny. Like, would you not? They fucking hired me. I have no idea what to do in this place. I don't know.
Yeah.
They hired me though, so
Right.
Exactly. Like, I'm not that mad for her. I mean, she didn't.
Yeah.
I don't see how I don't see how you log on the internet and try to I'm gonna attack this person now. I will never have said that in my life. That's why I don't like Twitter and some of these things. But you got to do.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's beyond me.
And her name was excuse me, Kenise Mobley.
Kenise
Yeah.
Mobley. Yeah.
You had brought up a point that I'm touch on.
She's got a lot going on. She writes for Vice and Vice News and does like all this other stuff. She's got a lot going on, so she'll be all right.
Yeah. She's got experience. And you know what? Everyone's gonna be like, hey, aren't you that one who got fired from WWE? Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
I'm the same boat with that other Raw commentator, Ananda.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've said before, I don't think wrestling should have writers. I think you should have a group of people who just know what, like, I'd rather have a close, smaller group of like bookers than writers. But if you're gonna have writers and you're gonna hire them, then like you can't blame Kenny's. Sorry, she applied for a job like Zach said. So give her
Exactly.
some chill. Like get off her back.
In the world of people looking for jobs, I'm not gonna blame someone for finding a job. Yeah, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And that's what I wanted to touch on. So when I was on Twitter, I saw people going like, "Oh, why don't you just hire some super fans who are obsessed with the show? Why don't you just hire them to write for the show? They come with some ideas." No, the fuck they do not. Some of these ideas are terrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know, man. You gotta have some of a basement. I think you gotta have some foot in the door, but you can't just hire some random person
Right.
without the qualification. Or I don't know. It's a weird topic. I think we could definitely dive into this in another episode, like really dive into the rest of how people booking. What do you think about like those people saying like super fans and what booking they're doing? Our people that know what they're talking about. Like Zach, if he got something, I'm like, oh, perfect. He knows what we're talking about. That sounds good. Rated Off Wrestling, Anthony, he's had some booking ideas that I thought sounded amazing. So, where's that line for you?
I would love to see a company one day offer a job to a fan, like not like test them.
Cyber Sunday.
Good point.
With consequences. Like, I don't know, like if you could find some way to offer a contest, like, hey, do you think you could book wrestling? We'd love to hear from you. And actually talk to them. Like, don't give it to every fucking person on the internet because some people have some terrible ideas, like you said. And shit, like if it was up to me, Eugene would have been a heavyweight champion by now. But like just like I'd love to see it happen once. You know? Just to get a fresh mind in there.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, you should know what you're talking about. Like, all right, if I'm describing something like that, you should know what you're talking about. You have a perspective on what the wrestling. We also got to be able to see like multiple sides. I can't be like, I'm obsessed with Becky or Booker all the time. I'm obsessed with this person, but I'm like, those super crazy fans that get obsessed with like the wrong things of wrestling. You got to be able to like look at different angles. And I think something like Zach or like Anthony, you can see both sides of that perspective.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to make sense, have a coherent story. You can't just to book this and have a 10-man match with all these people and whatnot, say stuff like that. It has to be able to make sense.
It would be. I don't know. Maybe they should start looking at YouTube channels, because if they did have a contest, I would push for Zach to get that.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
I get fired so fast.
Just sneeze.
Zach looking for Johnny Hungee.
Oh my god, that's what happens when you don't have writers. You get Johnny Hungee shit.
Oh man.
Let me just say this about writers: if you're going to have writers, I think if you're going to have writers, you have very few writers, and it is on a independent contracting. I know it's funny to say in wrestling, independent contracting basis. So, all right, we're going into this stretch of up until WrestleMania. We want these types of storylines. We want a horror storyline for The Fiend or whatever. You hire a independent contractor who worked on horror stuff to work with The Fiend. And that's how, in my eyes, you have writers. Otherwise, you have people like, I don't know, like like Pat Patterson was backstage, or like how Dusty was, to help guide the wrestlers with their stories.
Yeah.
Because that's again, it's a thing I see in AEW where they just let wrestlers do their thing, and you can tell when it falls flat that it's just because that's how creative the wrestler is, and they kind of needed the writer. So they need like those legends in the back. Every company does, to help guide and be like, this is why this won't work, but this is how we can mold it to what you want it to be. And it also builds up the younger talent to know how to do that, to again build up younger talent when they're older. So to have as many writers as WWE does is ridiculous. It's if you have that on any show, it's ridiculous how many writers they have. But if you have writers, in my eyes, that's what you use it for, is because you book a writer to do an angle building up to an event that you want, that is geared towards a specific character.
Yeah.
It's definitely a topic. I mean, I see another thing where, I forget the guy's name, back in the day for the Monday Night Wars, the guy who was booking WWE, he introduced storytelling to wrestling.
Russo?
And that worked out. No, I don't think it's definitely not him.
Like,
Someone I forget. Someone said it. Someone's booking for and they introduced storytelling, and it worked out very well for them. But I would agree, Zach. You shouldn't have too many, but you got to have a certain amount of mix of, like, I don't mind some like fan there, but like get like an idea from him. Obviously, they watch wrestling. It's like Tony Khan. He's a super fan. He's been watching wrestling forever. That's how he's known for the book. That's a good example of it. But there's got to be communication with the wrestler and your head coach. It can't be 10, 15 writers and you're communicating with one person. You think you're talking to Vince, but you're really not. It can't be that type of stuff.
Right.
And you can't throw scripts out an hour before showtime.
Oh,
no.
God, no.
You've got to be able to lock it in with a deadline here. That has to be.
Right.
And that's the week. We've all had scripts where we have to memorize it right before you go on to say what you got to say. Let's change this real quick, or don't say this.
Right.
You can't do this.
The last thing I'll throw out there before we wrap it up is, one thing that I really liked about AEW when they first started going, like, I can't remember if it was Cody or the Bucks who said it, was they wanted to present something where the talent should be able to give a promo without a writer. They should be able to do their character without guidance. And there are definitely wrestlers, especially in WWE, just because that's kind of the product that they have, that do need like that guidance. They definitely need to be told what to do, because not everyone is just that creative, and that's not like a bad thing. It's just life.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I believe I can talk to myself in a promo and whatnot, but I've said before, like, Eric's a promo guy, and he can hit it well.
Right. Because that's the one thing I could never accept. If by some miracle we ended up in WWE and I was given a script, I better like every single fucking word of it. Otherwise, I'm tossing it. Like,
I would do like you should do like what I did with our last place of employment when they gave us a script. Through that, and boy did we have more fun when we did that weekend.
Oh yeah. But You know what? There is one good thing about the writers. If they didn't have writers in WWE, we never would have gotten Freddie Prinze Jr. as a writer for Monday Night Raw. Apparently, he was very fucking good at his job.
He's all that.
That's again. So that's where like the borderline is, because he's a super fan. So it's like sometimes I don't know. You just gotta find the right person, whether it's a fan or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, let us know in the comments. What do you guys think? And please lay off Chemis. She did nothing wrong. She got a job. She went on a podcast. Just give her a break. But that's episode 63. It's in the books. Real quick, shout out to Big and Musty 3. That's who subscribed earlier. The name didn't pop up. Thank you for subscribing. We're 2 subs away from 500. So please, please, please help us out.
Right there.
Last week we took it pretty chill. This week we'll probably try to get some more content out for you guys. Try and get back into the flow of things. We still have 2 Is It Worth It's in the pipeline. I just kind of took last week off to chill. We'll get those out for you guys. We'll probably get some tier lists going. Do we have a pop talk coming up anytime soon?
Let's do one this week. Why not? Because maybe I can promote a video that hopefully I can do the week after. It depends on access, if I can get it. It will involve a Marvel project, but it is depending on access. So we'll wait and see.
Zach over here.
Nice. How about you, Knock? Anything to promote?
Yeah, just the champion videos. I'm working at Crystal Candles for Zemo. Yes, that one. I'm going to work on the Gail Kim one, maybe even Rey Mysterio down the line. So I got that. Did a tier list. We have one recorded. I need to finish. I'll put out this eventually. And then of course I'm going to keep recording these tier lists. They've been going crazy. Y'all still been commenting on these tier lists. You'll say this person, this person. We appreciate the debate. You appreciate the ranking. It's all opinion, and we love the conversation. Still be bashing us. I will start bashing that.
And you know what, too? Eventually, very soon, we will do a live tier list. So if you want to say something to us, you can say it live on air, and we can have a discussion.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm very much looking forward to that live tier list.
Leave comments, too. We want to know what you want to see in a live tier list. You want wrestling-related movies, video games, music, I don't know, anything. Let us know what you want to join us live for a tier list to do and talk about and debate.
Too true. We've also got some pop culture stuff coming up as we get closer to the release of Space Jam 2. At some point, we're going to have a live watch along for Space Jam. Maybe Space Jam 2 if I got time. There's another thing. Rick and Morty.
That tier list.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we go off, I have to ask, have you guys seen episode 1?
Yes.
I haven't seen the season yet.
I love Mr. Nimbus is my favorite character.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. But that's it for the show. Thank you all for watching. Be kind to each other. Be sure to check out our playlists. Check us out on westcoastpopcast.com, anchor.fm if you want your podcast on the go. Zach, where could they find us?
They can find us spending the next 4 days celebrating the rest of Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to everyone out there. Thank you for joining us, whoever you are. You have a home here, and enjoy the rest of Pride Month. That is it.
Peace.
Peace out.